Hello all. A few weeks ago I tried recording some music clips using those games and this Soundcard. This is the Sound Galaxy NX Pro Soundcard. It has an OPL3 compatible chip and it should sound practically the same as an OPL3. However, I discovered it has a lot of distortion on the trebles while the basses are sounding more or less okay. There are a few suspects here, like the transistor, the chips themselves, or the capacitors. The capacitors of this age may be completely wrong. So what I'm going to do today is replace all the capacitors and see if the sound quality improves or worsens. Let's get started. Okay, I have replaced the 36 capacitors and the distortion has not disappeared. It's better, it's less distorted, but there is still distortion. I tried to get the lowest ESR components I could find, also tested the old capacitors, and from the old capacitors, 13 of the 36 have too high ESR, like 4 ohms, 8 ohms, when normal capacitors in that range should have less than 1 ohm. So I think that these capacitors were wrong. Also, some of the capacitors give picofarads or were not even detected as capacitors because they are completely broken. So this is one thing that had to be fixed. However, the big elephant in the room here is here on the volume potentiometer. There is a lot of rust there. So what I'm going to try is I'm going to remove it and see if I can bypass it with some resistors and check it. If not, I don't think it can be repaired, because I can also see on some of the traces, like for example here on this Aztec chip, there is rust on the trace. Like you can see there on C69, R84. So that cannot be fixed. That would mean too many traces to fix it. Then I will have to discard the sound card as not working. So I will show you how was the distortion before replacing the capacitors for 10 seconds, and then how is the distortion now. And because it's distorted, so you have to skip about 30 seconds of video if you don't want to listen it from now on. And after the 30 seconds, I will tell you how the bypass with resistors of the potentiometer works. Okay, I have replaced the pot with two 75 ohm resistors here. I have also reflowed here. This is the OPL free clone LS212, as well as the chip upside it. This is the DAC clone. So they intend to be the Yamaha chips, but they are not. They're Chinese clones. So I have reflowed them, and still the same distortion. So this goes beyond my repairabilities. I don't know how to fix this problem. If you know, if you have an idea, I will appreciate it if you tell me in the comments. I hope that you like this video, and if the repair was not successful, you found some causes, some symptoms, and anything, and you learn anything, whatever. And if you want to see more of these videos, click subscribe, hit the bell notification icon. And if you want to help me on the preservation of all computing history, especially on the development of Aru, the software for preserving computing history, or artifacts, media, and so on, please go to my Patreon and become a patron. Thanks, and see you in the next video. Bye.